Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Tonight, I want to share something. I want to share something close to my heart. A story about my trees, about how I started planting them and how they have grown with me. Even when I'm far away, when I first began, I didn't think much. I didn't plan to make a forest or save the planet. I just wanted to grow something green and beautiful. But over time, those small plants became more than I expected. They became my friends. They became my friends. They became my peace and my teachers. So tonight, let's take a slow movement through with my memories, through the seasons of my garden, and through the lesson that nature whispered to me. Sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and if you have tea, maybe you can make a cup of tea beside with you and relax while you are listening to my story. And let's begin. About 10 years ago, I decided to plant a few small plants near my home. The soil was dry, the sun was strong, and I didn't even know if they would grow. I just wanted to see life, something green, something fresh, something that made me smile when I wake up in the morning. I remember the first day I bought some small plants from a local market. Nothing special, just simple ones. An avocado seed, a guava tree, and some small flowers. I dug little holes in the ground with my hands. The soil was warm. The air smelled like rain was coming. I didn't have fancy tools, only hope. When I finished planting, I sat on the ground and looked at them. They were so small, but they looked alive. I didn't know with them that that movement was the start of something beautiful. Every morning I wake up and went outside to check on my plants. Some mornings were bright and some cool. Other days were hot and heavy. I water them slowly. I touch their leaves. Sometimes I talk to them quietly. I said, "Good morning, my little friends. I hope you grow well today." Maybe they didn't understand my words, but I believe they felt my care. A few weeks later, new leaves began to appear. I felt so happy. like a parent watching a child take their first step. But some days were hard too. Some plants didn't survive. The sun burned them, or insects ate their leaves. I felt sad, but I learned that not every seed becomes a tree, and not every dream grows fast. Still, I kept planting. I told myself, even one small tree is better than none. Then came to the rainy season. The sky was gray, the ground was wet, and the plants looked so happy. They danced in the wind, with the wind, drank the rain, and grew stronger each day. I loved watching how they changed. New branches, bigger leaves, deeper roots. Every season, the garden changed its face. In the dry season, the leaves turned pale, but still the trees stood tall. In the cold season, the air became light, and the garden was filled with quiet peace. I realized that trees, just like people, go through seasons, sometimes strong, sometimes weak, but always growing inside. The more I spent time in the garden, the more I understood myself. When I was sad, I sat under the small shade and listened to the wind. When I was tired, I watched the light pass through the leaves, and somehow I felt calm again. Trees don't speak, but they listen. They don't rush, but they grow. I studied to learn from them, to be patient, to stay grounded, and to keep growing quietly, even when no one watches. Years passed. The garden became green and full of life. But one day, I have to move away from my home to another city, another country. Before I fed, before I left, I walked around the garden one last time. I touched each tree gently, as if saying goodbye. Please grow well while I am gone, I whispered. I will come back to see you one day. I felt something deep inside me, a sadness, but also peace, because I knew I was leaving behind something good, something that would continue to grow even without me. Trees don't need us to be perfect. They just need us to start. Now, I live far, far away. Sometimes, when I close my eyes, I can still see my garden. The sunlight between the branches, the sound of the wind, the smell of fresh soil after rain. I miss my trees. I miss the mornings when I check them. I miss the sound of birds that came to visit. Sometimes I wonder, how are they doing now? Did the avocado tree grow tall? Did the mango tree grow tall? Did the guava tree give fruit? Did the small flowers still bloom? One day I hope to go back to walk under their shade again, to touch their tongues and feel how strong they have become. I will ask them softly, "How have you been while I was away? Did you meet me too?" And maybe the wind will answer me through the sound of the leaves. "Yes, we miss you too." Over the years, I have learned that trees are our greatest teachers. They teach us to be patient because good things take time. They teach us to give because they share everything they have: air, shade, fruits, beauty. They teach us to stay strong even when the storm comes. And most of all, they teach us to stay rooted in kindness, in peace, and in gratitude. Sometimes we think life moves too fast, but when you sit under a tree, time slows down. You start to breathe deeper, think softer, and feel thankful just to be alive. If you ever feel lonely, go and sit under a tree. Don't say anything, just sit quietly and listen. You will hear the wind, the birds, and the whisper of life all around you. You will realize that you are not alone. The earth is breathing with you, the trees are watching over you, and the world is still full of kindness, even when we forget to see it. I'm grateful for every tree I planted. They remind me of who I was and who I want to be. Maybe one day I will go back home. I will walk into the same garden and see how everything has changed, how small plants have become tall trees, how the shakes has gone, and how the air feels alive. I will sit under my old mango trees, close my eyes, and say, "Thank you for waiting for me." And in that moment, I think I'll feel complete. Thank you, everyone, for staying with me tonight. I hope this story reminds you that every small thing we do for nature matters. Even one small plant can bring life, beauty, and hope. So plant something, water it, love it, and let it grow. Maybe one day you will look back, you will realize that tiny seed you planted has grown together with you. Thank you for your listening. Please have a good night and sleep well. Until next time, take care of your trees, take care of the earth, and take care of yourself. Good night, my friends. Bye bye.